I think we need to enable them to understand that, yes, future forms are complex, but when we start looking not at the rules, but at the reasons for language use and the choice of the speaker, that gives a great deal of power to be more subtle in the student's use of future forms.
Hi, I'm Hedvig from Gallery Teachers. Welcome to our channel. If you are an English teacher or considering becoming one, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for a weekly TEFL teaching tips.
Do you find that your learners overuse will when they talk about the future in English? Why is this? And is there anything we can do about it? Yes, in my experience, learners do massively overuse will when they're talking about the future. And I think there are a number of reasons why this happens. The good news is that, yes, I also think there are things that we can do about it to try to reduce it. So why is it then that will is often overused by learners? There are many reasons. I actually come up with 6 in this Gallery Teachers Masterclass. But I think behind them all are the issue of the challenge of talking about the future. If we think about it from a sort of a philosophical point of view, the fact is we can't 100% predict the future. It hasn't happened yet. And therefore, we are within the realms of something that is, by definition, to some degree or other, uncertain. And that point of uncertain to some degree or other is influential, at least in English, in terms of how we express different forms of future meaning. Let me give you an example, which will I hope, not only make the point that the future is uncertain and is complex as a result, but also it points to it speaks to the difference of speakers and their views, their perceptions of the future. Imagine a tea party taking place sometime in the next week. This is a tea party that 2 people, let me imagine my mother and my father, have both been invited to, and both have agreed. Now, my father was a very relaxed kind of man. So as far as he was concerned, if he'd talked to his friends and the idea of a tea party had been suggested and he said, yeah, that'll be nice, for him, that was that. He was, in his mind, very clear about the tea party and his attendance. My mother, she was a secretary, was much more of a detail person. So for her, a tea party next week wasn't really in her diary until she had the time, the date, and the location. And this is reflected in the choice of language that they may well use to express their view of the same event. For my father, I'm having tea with my friends next week, because for him, this is already, in his mind, a fixed future event. But for my mother, until it's in the diary with the time and the place and the exact day, is it Tuesday or Wednesday, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, are we doing it in this shop or in this cafe? For her, it's still a big question mark. So she, talking about the same event, might say, I'm going to have tea with my friends, and my father say, I'm having tea with my friends about the same event. Speaker perception is important. And this answers the second question, therefore. Is there anything we can do to help our students to avoid overuse and over-reliance on will to express futurity? I think we need to enable them to understand that, yes, future forms are complex, But when we start looking not at the rules, but at the reasons for language use and the choice of the speaker, that gives a great deal of power to be more subtle in the student's use of future forms. Do you agree with this, or do you disagree? We'd love to find out your views about what you think is the best way or best ways to teach future forms, but also to find out about what you do in your classrooms. So please feel free to leave a comment or questions for the panel when we look at these and other aspects to do with Futurity in this Gallery Teachers Masterclass. Thank you.